Namaste everyone and welcome. During this class we will work towards Royal Pigeon or Ekapada Rajakapotasana. So make sure that you do have a strap or a towel with you for your practice. We will also be working a little bit around the mat in a Mandala Flow. So that means we'll be changing our facings during the class. So make sure you have a little bit of space on each side of your mat, or just know that as you're watching me, you'll be changing your facings, so you might lose me a little bit as you move around, but be willing to play and explore a bit and enjoy. So we'll start right away in standing. Go ahead and come to the front of the mat in Tadasana, drawing the base of the big toes together and opening the heels out into straight lines with the edges of your mat. As you push the feet a little stronger into the floor, feel that activate the fronts of the thighs and the bum, and draw that lift up the front of the body to the pelvic floor, up to the lower belly, little lift through the chest and the heart space, all the way up to the crown of the head, floating the top of the head upwards. As the front body lifts, try to soften the back of the body slightly. So letting the shoulder blades weight towards the earth and the tailbone weight towards the ground. Start to move into Ujjayi breathing. If it helps you to focus your mind, just count your breath in the beginning of the practice. If you feel that you're wandering from worry to worry, just bring your attention to rest on one point. Take one more breath in. Exhale, draw the hands to prayer at your chest. We sing one Om to open. Exhale all of the air out. Inhale for Om. Opening the eyes, open the hands beside the body. As you inhale, send the chest up, the palms together, looking up. As you exhale, take your right hand to the right thigh and move the body into a side bend over towards the right side. Keep rolling open and out through your left rib cage and gently look up if it's comfortable in your neck. As you inhale, come back to the center, palms together, little lift in the chest. As you exhale, left hand, left thigh, move the body to the other side. Keep pressing through your big toe mounts. Open the chest, look up and under that arm. Keep reaching through that top hand. Exhale. As you inhale back to the center, palms together, little lift of the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold down and forward to the shins, Uttanasana. As you inhale, step your right foot behind you, runner's lunge, and then bring the knee down and point the toes. If you feel okay in both knees and hips, bring the hands to rest at the top of your left thigh. Holding here, or if it's still comfortable, send your hands up towards the ceiling, interlock your fingers to a fist, and point your second fingers up, coming into Kali Mudra. As your hips come down and forward, keep a little push back into your front foot so you're not sinking into your joints. Take a little rocking side to side in your chest. Little more lift of your heart. One more breath in. And as you exhale, take the hands down to the floor. Tuck the back toes, step your left foot back, find high plank. Breathing in. Shift your whole body forward. Knees, chest, chin. The spine is in a back bend. Exhale. Slide your feet a little back, your hands a little forward. Inhaling through your cobra. And as you exhale, release heart down first. Tuck toes and find your downward facing dog. First downward dog, so move into your joints. Feel whatever comes natural. Noticing any sensations of tension or sensitivity in your joints that arise or feel more prominent in the body. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Rising to the tiptoes, look forward, step your right foot to the inside of your right hand, bring your left knee down, point toes. As you inhale, lift the hands up or take them to the front of your knee. Draw your hips forward, heart forward. Keep a little push into that right foot and keep your knee right on top of your ankle. If your arms are up, interlock your fingers, second fingers released. And then little lift, little wiggle, little rocking through the back of the heart. Taking 2 more breaths. Trying not just to drop the neck back, but try to send the arms behind the ears if the arms are up and together. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, take the fingertips to the floor. Tuck your back toes, take a little shift front and back. On your breath in, step forward into your flat back. As you exhale, fold Uttanasana. As you inhale, open the arms wide to a circle, come back up. As you exhale, hands beside the body into your mountain pose. Again, inhale the arms up, other side bend. This time, right hand grabs the left wrist, the left palm presses up, and we move the body over to the right, back into that side bend shape. Squeeze the legs together, keep pushing the left palm out and away from you. As you inhale back to the center, release, switch your grip. Left hand around right wrist, right palm pushes up as you tip the body over to the side. Weight shifting, keep the belly in, the rib cage knit in the front of the body. The body as if you're moving between 2 walls. Exhale. As you inhale back to the center, lift the chest, palms together. And as you exhale, fold forward to the legs, Uttanasana. As you inhale, step your left foot back this time, knee down, point your toes. Send the arms up. You can keep your hips a little bit higher if you choose, if that's more comfortable in your back knee. Right hand grabs the left wrist, and we move the body over towards the right side. So keep that right hip pulling back and plugging into your hip socket so that the spine moves in the same line as the pelvis, and you isolate the stretch into the left side of the body. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, keep pressing through that left hand away from you. Inhale back to the center, lift the chest, look up. As you exhale, take the hands down. Step back to high plank, inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. And this time we stay here or pick up your toes, balancing on the knees, the chest, the palms, and the chin. Holding 1 more breath. Exhale the toes down, shift a little forward into your cobra, inhale. As you exhale, release down, tail to the sky, downward dog in stillness this time. 3 breaths for 3. Breathing for 2. And 1. Looking forward, inhale, left foot to the front, back knee down. Inhale, bring the spine up, hands up. Left hand grabs the right wrist, palm pushes up. Move the body to the left side. Stretching and breathing. Head stays forward this time. Palm pushes away. Left hip draws back, right hip a little forward to keep your pelvis stable. Mula Bandha. Keep pressing your left foot forward to the front of the mat. Exhale. As you inhale, come back to the center, lift the chest, look up. As you exhale, fingertips down, tuck the back toes. Step to the front of the mat, flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, circle the arms around, palms together, look up. As you exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, this time directly circle the hands back and up together. Exhale, fold down and forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. Take the knee to the ground. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, your spine up tall. As you exhale, take the right hand forward, left hand open behind you. Holding here for a moment. Imagine you're pushing your left knee against a wall. Keep that stable and then allow your rib cage to rotate more. Find your back thigh with your left hand or your calf. Reach the right arm up and back behind you, reaching through the fingertips. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Bring your hips over your back knee. Pick up the left toes and come into a half splits. Keep a bend into your left knee if you need, but keep the foot flexed, ball of the foot, heel pushing forward. If you have some space, walk your hands a little more forward. Bring your forehead towards your shin. Deepening that stretch in that left thigh. And walking your hands a little bit back in, fingertips aligned with your left ankle. Bring the foot forward. Inhale, pull your hips and your heart forward. As you exhale, hips back, left toes up, folding over that leg. As you inhale, come back forward one more time. Tuck your back toes. Step the left foot back, plank, knees, chest, chin, or if you are ready, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. As you exhale to your downward facing dog, breathing for 3 full breaths. If you need a little movement, sort out through the body and find a steady, stable breath. At the end of your exhale, look forward. Inhale, right foot back to the front, left knee down, point toes, breathe out. Pressing into your right foot. As you inhale, come up into your low lunge, spine up, fingertips up. As you exhale, left hand to the front, right hand to the back into your twist. Keep that right knee stable, pressing the big toe down, and then open the chest and the spine as the lower body stays still. Take the right hand to your back thigh or back calf. Reach your left fingertips to the back of your mat. Try to see your back foot, looking over your right shoulders into your twist. One more breath in. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Adjust your back knee a little longer. Pick up your right toes, half splits. Walk your fingertips closer if you need. Pull your right toes back, open the chest. You can stay here if this is enough. You can also take your blocks underneath both of your hands if you need them there. If you can't quite reach the floor, keep a little bend into the right knee. Those of you that are deeper, walk the fingertips forward, little cups of your hands, and forehead towards that shin. One flow this time. Walk your hands back in if they're forward. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, find your low lunge. As you exhale, pick up the toes, forehead towards that shin. Inhale, back, hips and heart pull forward. Tuck your toes. Exhale, feet together, front of the mat this time. Fold Uttanasana. Inhale, circle the arms out wide, palms together, lift up. As you exhale, hands to prayer and open beside the body. Left side, this time, one breath, one movement. Inhale, the palms up, chest up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, arms up, chest up, low lunge. As you exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, twist. Right hand to back thigh. Inhale, find your back bend and twist. As you exhale, cartwheel down. Pull the hips over your left knee. Pick up your right toes. Inhale, forward, hips forward, chest up. Exhale, over the back knee. Pick up your right toes. 2 more times. Inhale to pull forward. Exhale to sit back, toes up. This time, inhale, pull forward, tuck the back toes. Step back to your plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. As you exhale to your downward facing dog, 3 full breaths. At the end of your exhale, look forward. Step the left foot forward, back knee down. On an in-breath, send your spine up, your hands up. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand to the back. Find your back leg, lift the right fingertips, breathe in. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Hips move back over the back knee. Inhale, pull forward, front foot flat, chest up. Exhale, hips back, forehead down. Inhale to pull forward, look forward. Exhale, hips back and left toes up. Inhale, pull forward. This time, tuck your back toes. As you exhale, feet together, front of the mat, folding down. Inhale, circle the arms around, palms together, lift up. And as you exhale, hands to prayer, open beside the body, mountain pose. Take one breath in, open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Take the feet a little bit wider, hip distance apart. If you have your block, you can use your block in between your thighs on the low setting, up closer to the pubic bone. 3 versions of chair pose, a little bit different than our Ashtanga style. Send the hands up, palms down, plug your shoulder bones into your shoulder joint, right into the socket. Take a deep breath in, lift up the front of the belly. As you exhale, push your hips back and then bend the knees, keeping the weight into your heels. Toes are light, knees push back over the ankles. Grip your block and then start to bring your spine up a little more vertical. So really activating your glutes, squeezing, gripping your inner thighs, breathing for 2. Sitting lower if you can, spine a little straighter if you can, 1. As you inhale, press the legs straight, rise up to your tippy toes. Eyes are steady, hands are still reaching forward. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to calm down like you're sliding your spine down the wall behind you. You can just move a little bit if you need, or bring your hips just above your knees. Push your heels forward like you're wearing high heels, as high on the tiptoes as you can. Breathing, 1 more breath in. Exhaling out. Press the balls of your feet to come back up. Try to maintain your balance. As you exhale, heels slowly to the ground. Remove your block if you have one. Right away, bring the hands back up. Pigeon toe your feet, toes in, knees, thighs together. Deep inhale. As you exhale, lift the heels slightly. No knee issues, come down. Otherwise, fingertips first. Sit to your heels and then bring your spine back up. Keep your thighs, your knees glued together at your center. Arms forward and parallel. Breathing for 3. 2 more breaths. If you're deepening, grip your thighs stronger and lift your bum just a centimeter off your heels. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. And then pressing the knees, the thighs together even stronger. Slowly come back up. Release your arms, release the legs. Give everything a little shake out. And then keeping your feet wider apart, interlock your hands to a fist behind the low back. Gently expand the hands forward. Release your head, finding a chest expansion. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Releasing the fingertips. Heel toe your feet together to touch this time. Little space between your heels. Glide your fingertips across the floor. Sit down into your chair. This time chest up, hands a little higher, breathing in. As you exhale, folding down and forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, flat hands. Walk or jump directly, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Big toes together, rise up to your tiptoes. Send your right leg up. Inhale. As you exhale, pull the knee towards the right elbow. 2 more times. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. This time, exhale, right knee, right elbow. And then lift your hips higher. Step to the middle of your hands. Staying high on your back toes. As you inhale, rise up into your high crescent lunge. Stable into the front knee. Arms lifted up. Maybe taking Kali Mudra. Hands to a fist and second fingers released. Feeling that energy of the arms, top of the head, growing upwards. Sink a little deeper into that front knee. Push the left heel back. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, straighten your front leg, open your back foot wider into your warrior 2. Arms are wide, reaching wall to wall. Eyes are steady over that front hand. Try to get that right thigh parallel to the ground. 2 more breaths. Lifting up from the root of your spine and pelvic floor. Exhale. Keep the bend in your front knee. Turn the right palm forward. Lift up into reverse warrior. Left hand is very light on that left leg, or wrap it behind the lower back. Find the top of your right thigh. Push down and reach up through that right hand. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, take the right elbow to the top of the thigh. You can keep your half bind if you have it, if that shoulder feels okay. Really try to keep the hand to the top of the thigh. Right elbow stays, or right fingertips just to the inside of the right heel. Rolling your left shoulder open, ribcage open, looking up to the ceiling, or left palm if that arm is extended. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Press into your right foot. Bring yourself up. Open the arms. Turn the right toes in. Exhale, hands onto your waist. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward. Fingertips down. Stay where you are on your mat. I am turning to face you. And then hands flat if you can. Walking the hands back, starting to bend the elbows into our push-up shape. Finding right angles in the arms. 10 breaths here. I'll give you the moment to go upside down in a moment. But otherwise, 5 breaths in our forward fold to start. Wide fingers. Pressing the heels away from each other. As you drag the heels apart, feel the sitting bones separate, the pelvis becomes more stable. 5 more breaths in your forward fold. If you're coming into an inversion, walk your hands back out. Taking bound Shirshasana, make sure the forearms are down. Grip your hands to a fist, crown of the head down, shifting forward carefully. Pick up the feet. You can stay in your straddle legs or bring the legs all the way up. 2 more breaths. Only if you're comfortable upside down, take it. 1 more breath in. If your legs are up, slowly straddle them back out, carefully landing on the toes and then heels. Lift the head and the chest, look forward. As you exhale, hands to your waist. Slowly come back up to standing, still facing that side edge of your mat. Send the arms out. Open the left toes to the back of your mat and bend into that knee. Find your warrior 2 shape. Good. Holding here. Arms are in a straight line. Keep a little lift up into that left hip so your pelvic bones become parallel to the floor. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Left palm turns up, shift the body forward. Reverse your warrior. Right hand very light on that leg. You can even turn the palm up if you're not sure. Eyes stay towards that back foot, or chest open up, looking to that left hand. Half bind if you're comfortable in your shoulder. Pressing down on that front thigh to deepen the side stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, left elbow to thigh. Keep the half bind if you have it, or fingertips left hand slides to the inside of the left heel. Little more work in the legs. If your right arm is extended, just stay where you are, reaching through that hand. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. And coming back up. Inhale. As you exhale, pivot the right toes down. Transition to a high lunge facing the back of your mat. We stay for a few breaths. Push the right heel back. Left knee pushes a little bit forward. The foot pushes forward, but the knee is steady over that ankle. Hands together, second fingers released, Kali Mudra. Maybe even the eyes start to shift up, changing your drishti. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Send the left leg back and up to your 3-legged dog. Inhale. As you exhale, left knee taps left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, tap left elbow. Inhale the left leg up. As you exhale, tap the left elbow and then step the foot back, shift forward, Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog, and as you exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully out. Inhale again. Exhaling out. Bring your big toes together, rise up tiptoes. Send your right leg up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step to the inside of your right hand, fingertip lunge. Bring yourself back up into your high crescent, facing the back of the mat. And then as you exhale, take your left arm underneath your right, find eagle arms. Hold your wrist, your palm, or your thumb. And keep a little lift into your elbows, little bend into the back knee. Launch yourself forward, bring the left knee up to your chest, cross it over the right, and then if you can, wrap the toes behind that right ankle. Align the left hip slightly back. Keep your elbows right in line with your midline. If you're deepening, lift your elbows a little higher and push the hands forward to the back of your mat, breathing 2 more breaths. Sitting a little bit lower into your eagle legs. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, take the left toes to the floor if they're not already, but keep the cross of your legs. Release your fingertips. Bend your knees as much as you need. Catch the floor. And then start to heel toe your feet wider to each edge of your mat, keeping the cross of your thighs. And then slowly bring your knees down to a tabletop. Cross your knees one on top of the other right at your center line, and then sit back between your heels. So the soles of the feet now face the front of the mat. If this is too much, just straighten your right leg in a half variation. Breathe. Send your right arm up. Take the right hand to the middle of your shoulder blades. Use your left hand to gently pull that arm in. Staying here, or left hand wraps behind. If you have your strap, you can take your strap into your right hand. Catch it in your left towel or strap if you cannot reach that hand. Breathe. 2 more breaths. If you're comfortable, you can fold forward towards that left leg. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. As you breathe in, bring your spine back up tall. Let go of your strap if you're using one. And then bring that right foot back in. It doesn't have to come all the way in, just enough that your knees are bent. And then take a twist over towards your right side. We take the hands down. We start to keep the feet outside of the edges of the mat as we walk the hands just back to the front. So we're in a wider downward dog. The feet are outside the edges of the mat, and we hold here. So a little more release for the chest. If you're really flexible in your shoulders, maybe you let the heart release a little more than your normal downward dog. A little bit of preparation for handstand. Rising to your tiptoes. Shift your weight towards your hand. Keep your eyes forward towards the fingertips. 3 toe taps. A little bit of taps of the feet as we shift the weight into the hands. Exhale. As you inhale, tap your toes. Exhale, land on the tiptoes. Inhale, tap the toes. Exhale, land. Last one. Inhale, tap. And as you exhale, land on your tiptoes. Bring the feet into your downward dog. Stay here 5 breaths, or knees down, and rest into your child's pose. Whether you're choosing to stay in child's pose or your downward dog, stay there for 3 more breaths. We're going to do the same flow, starting on the left side, this time 1 breath, 1 movement. Optional arm balance, optional Kundalini to start. If you're in a child's pose, make your way back into your downward facing dog. Rise up to your tiptoes. Inhale, send your left leg up this time. As you exhale, tap your left elbow. Take 3 taps as we did before, or open your inner thigh. Use your right elbow for support. Shift forward and send that right leg up. Left leg straight if you choose. Inhale. Keep tapping if you're tapping. Otherwise, right toes step down. Send your left leg back up. Inhale. And exhale, step to the inside of your left hand. As you breathe in, come up to your high crescent. As you exhale, Open that right leg out, warrior two. Left palm up, inhale, reverse warrior. As you exhale, elbow to thigh or inside of that heel. As you inhale, back to your warrior two. As you exhale, straighten the leg, turn the toes in. This time we'll stay longer. Interlock your hands to a fist behind your lower back. Roll your shoulders back, send your heart up. And as you exhale, fold forward towards your shins. 5 breaths here. Trying to get your hands closer to the floor in front of you. Keep pressing your thumb mounds and the circle of your palms strongly together. Crown of the head towards the floor. As you inhale, lifting up. As you exhale, take your hands onto your waist. Slowly rise back up. Inhale. And as you exhale, widen your feet. Right toes to the back of the mat into your warrior two. As you inhale, right arm up, lifting into reverse warrior. As you exhale, right elbow to thigh or fingertips down. As you inhale into your warrior two. As you exhale, swing that left hand through. Adjust your left foot into high crescent, breathing in. As you exhale, frame your right foot. Slide your right foot back. Inhale, three-legged dog. 3 taps, or exhale, tap the right elbow, open the thigh, shift and lift for 2. As you exhale, left toes down, right leg back up, 3-legged dog, inhale. And as you exhale, right foot down, roll the body forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhaling, tuck or roll over, upward dog. And as you exhale to your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Bring the big toes to meet. Rise up tiptoes, raise your left leg up, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, pull the knee to your nose, look forward, step to the inside of the left hand. Rising up, high crescent lunge, facing the back of your mat. As you exhale, right arm underneath the left, eagle your arms. A little bend in that back knee, press from that foot, bring your right knee up, and then cross it over the left thigh, toes to the floor if you need, or wrapped behind your ankle, sliding that foot down, down, down. Everything active and steady. Squeeze your arms against each other, squeeze your legs against each other, pull your belly in and up. Strong Uddiyana Bandha. Sit a little lower down into your legs. Breathe. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Release your right toes to the floor. Unwrap your hands. Bend your knees. Sit your bum lower until the fingertips reach the ground. Heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat. Knees at the center. Drop the knees down. Tabletop. Adjust your legs if you need, especially that back leg. Then keeping the feet wide, carefully sit down in between your heels. Soles of the feet towards the front of the mat. Here, or left leg straight to the back of the mat. Half Gomukhasana. Good. Roll that right calf out if you need a little more space. This is enough. Stay here. Focus on your legs. Otherwise, at least take the left arm up. Find the middle of your shoulder blades, the base of your neck, and use your right hand to pull in. You should feel a stretch in your triceps down the armpit to the latissimus. If you have space, right arm circles around, fingertips or palms of the hands closer together. Chest can stay lifted, or folding yourself carefully towards that right thigh. 2 more breaths. Bringing your weight towards your bum if you're a little forward. Let go of the hands. Shrug your shoulders if you need. If you had your left leg extended, bring it back in and start to twist yourself to your left side, towards your open side. And then taking the hands down, just pivoting the balls of the feet down. Walk your hands in a half circle forward, back into your wider downward dog. Let the chest release down like a hammock, heart melting. Breathe. One more inhale. One more exhale. Back into our same preparation for handstand. Looking forward towards your hands, rise up to your tiptoes, bend your knees, same starting and landing position. As you inhale, tap your toes. Exhale, land back on the tiptoes. 1, 2, tap. Last one, tap, and land. Good. Step the feet back into your normal downward dog. Let's take a little step behind you with the tiptoes. Roll the body forward into plank. Inhale. As you exhale, bend elbows, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog or cobra. As you exhale to your downward facing dog. Stepping the hands, one hand's distance closer to the feet. As you inhale, come to a flying tabletop, the knees to hover, shifting the weight into the hands. And then exhale, try to make it to the back of your mat without using your hands. Once you're at the back, go ahead and measure 2 fists between your big toes. Slide the palms of the hands underneath the balls of the feet. And then lifting the chest, opening the collarbones, looking forward for a moment, breathing in. As you exhale, close the front of the belly, the front of the hips, and fold into your legs. Back of the neck is long, keeping your awareness of the contraction happening into the lower belly and across the hip flexors, the front of the hips. Keep the weight forward enough towards the balls of your feet where your thigh muscles activate. You can press the balls of the feet into the hands so that arms activate even deeper to draw you into the shape. Take one more breath in. Exhaling fully out. As you inhale, lifting the chest, looking up. As you exhale, release the fingertips and heel toe your feet together at your center. Lifting the chest, find your flat back. As you exhale, find your forward fold. As you inhale, circle the arms around, come up to standing, lifting the heart, the hands, looking up. As you exhale, hands to your heart to prayer and open beside the body. You can stay at the back of your mat as long as you have some space. Otherwise, stepping yourself just a little bit forward to the center of the mat if you need. Coming into standing bow, bring the right knee up to your chest, squeezing it in for a moment, breathe in. And then as you exhale, take the right hand to the outside of the foot or over and around the toes to the inner arch or inner ankle. Left palm faces forward, square your hips and your shoulders forward. Take another breath in, stomp down through that left foot. And then as you exhale, kicking the foot back first until the right arm is straight, the shoulder is open. And then power through that right leg. Start to kick back and then up for the ceiling. Coming a little more forward into that left leg, hamstrings of the left leg active, breathing steady in that standing leg for 3, 2, try to kick that right leg a little bit more up, bring the belly closer to parallel to the floor, and release. As you inhale, tap the knees back together. As you exhale, windmill the arms, right leg down, right arm up. Left leg outside of the foot. We're over to the inner arch. Choose your grip. Bring the knees, thighs together. Square that left hip forward. Let the left shoulder roll open to start breathing. As you exhale, fingertips right in front of the eyes. Kick the left foot back. Left arm is pulling gently on that foot, so there's a resistance to keep the bend in your spine. Deepen when you're ready. Finding your edge. Weight shifts a little bit more towards the ball of that right foot, so you're not locking into your standing leg. 3 more deep breaths. Last breath in. Kicking a little bit more at the end. And as you exhale, release. Knees together, thighs together, inhale. As you exhale, back into your mountain pose. Take one more breath in. Exhaling fully out. As you inhale, circle sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. As you inhale, lift up halfway. Walk your hands forward, your feet a little back, depending on where you are on your mat. And then rolling the body forward into your plank. Breathe in. As you exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. As you exhale to your downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands, step or float your shins right behind your wrists, keeping the feet, knees, legs, hip distance, and starting by tucking the toes. So first set, we will all tuck the toes underneath, preparing for a dancing camel. So as we prepare, make sure your little toes are also tucked in and forward, and then taking just a half back bend. So starting with the right hand, fingers to the inside, thumb to the outer heel. We shift the hips forward and we reach that left hand to the back of our mat. If you're a little bit more open through your spine, allow your heart to rotate upwards so you're more in a back bend. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, circle your fingertips in a wide arc and over to the other side. 2 breaths in this first set. Left hand to heel. Open your chest if you can without losing the push of your hips forward. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, circle your arms in that big arc. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale to the right side. As you exhale, circle the hands around. Inhaling to the left side, open. Exhale this time, circle the hands around. Keep the palms down. Release your toes. Sit on your shins, find Vajrasana. Hands to thighs or hands in Mahamudra. Breathe into your belly. Just letting the heart rate slow down. If you need to release your neck, just take a very gentle circle of the neck in either direction. We'll do 1 full set of camel. If you have any deeper versions in your practice and you feel open, go for them. Otherwise, I will just teach a normal neutral camel shape, Ustrasana. Open the eyes. Come back to the fingertips, widen your knees, your shins. If you have space, keep your toes pointed this time. Otherwise, back tucking the toes underneath. This time, take your hands to the back of your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze your elbows without pushing your rib cage forward. So front belly, Uddiyana Bandha stays active. And then just lift the back of your heart. So lifting the heart up towards your chin. Open your thoracic spine. Push the hips over the knees. And then 1 hand at a time. We bring the right hand down, left hand down, hips press forward, and then we allow the neck to very gently carry back, carrying the arc of the spine. Bum is just active enough to support you. Shoulders back, squeezing the heels against the fingertips. 2 more breaths. And then 1 hand at a time. Bring the hands back to the lower back. Pull the front belly a little more close to lift. Release your fingertips, knees, shins together. Sit onto your heels. Vajrasana. Hands into Mahamudra if you choose. Breathe into your belly. Circle the neck, little neck circle if you need. Or just keep the chin to the chest if you need to release the back of the neck. One more breath in. Exhaling from the mouth. Preparing to jump back into chaturanga. Prepare the hands, rock your weight towards your toes. Breathe in. As you exhale, we'll plant the hands and jump back to bent elbows. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And as you exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a moment. We're going to take 1 more back bend in our royal pigeon shape. Ekapada Rajakapotasana. So you can twist a little bit into the hips or come to a tabletop and move your hips a little bit side to side just to release the lower back slightly if you need, but not rounding too much into the spine yet. And then go ahead and bring the knees down if they're not. The first side I will demonstrate with a strap. So if you already know it and you have a practice of it, you can keep the strap off. But taking a small circle in your strap, enough that your foot can fit through, we're going to take that strap around the left foot, bringing the tail of the strap to the front ankle and then over towards the left front corner of the mat. Okay, so just keep it over to the outside. And then when you're ready, hands back down, find your downward facing dog. And then lifting that right leg up into your three-legged dog. You can roll that hip open, point the right toes, keeping that left heel pushing down for the ground. Take one more breath in, lift that right leg as high as you can. And then as you exhale, look forward, tap your right knee to your right elbow and slide that knee down, down, down behind your wrist. Open the foot over towards the left edge and then slide your left knee as long as it will go and point your toes. Make sure you're pressing from all 5 toenails in that back leg. And then if you look back on either side, your heel is aligned with your Achilles tendon, the center of your calf. Once you have that, push your right shin, so knee to foot into the floor, come up to your fingertips. Okay? If this is enough for you, feel any pinching into your lower back, then just stay with your hands forward and work here. Otherwise, we walk the hands in. You can bring the hands up, interlocked into a fist, second fingers released, working on the back bend here. Requires a little more strength through the pelvic floor. Otherwise, take the right fingertips down right at your center line. You can let your hips come a little bit lower, but still support it. Start to bend that back knee. And then if you have your strap, you can use your strap first to catch your foot. If you have that foot, you can rotate to the inner arch. Try to bring that foot into your elbow. And then either just stick with mermaid. If you have the foot into the elbow, kick back. Let the right arm float up or catch your fingertips. If you feel open, let your right hand catch your strap and then hold as close to your foot to start. You can look up and underneath that right arm and then start to walk your hands closer, closer towards that foot. So there's just a little kick back to keep the spine supported. Maybe eventually you reach the edge of each foot. Okay, so making sure that you can still lift up just a millimeter or 2 off the floor so your pelvis is supported, letting the chest lift and arching the spine. Take one more breath, any variation you're in. If you have your strap, very careful. Don't drop your foot, let you slide down. Release your strap, release the toes. If you're not opening, you can keep your right leg as it is. If you're more open, for me, I move through figure 4. So bringing that shin parallel, but making sure that now the foot is flexed if you're bringing that shin parallel to the front of your mat. Making sure that knee is outside of the torso and that it's comfortable, no pinching sensation into that right knee. When you're ready, wherever that right leg is, come forward. Elbows down, you can let them widen out. Bring your head to rest onto your hands. Forehead down or turning the head to either side. Close your eyes and slow down your breath. Soften across your shoulders. Let your shoulder blades just fall to the outside of your rib cage. And breathe into the spaces where you feel the most intensity. So imagine that you're breathing through the skin where you feel those muscles tight. So breathing from your pores in and out. 2 more breaths. As you finish the breath out, very gently release. Walk the hands back in. Slide your right foot in if you brought it forward. Tuck your left toes and send your right leg back up. Just give the leg a little shake. Circle the knee, make a hip circle if you need. Straighten that leg back out. Any movement you need to release that right leg. Little bicycle of your legs in place. Turning of the head side to side. Let your brain release. And then bringing the knees to the floor. If you're using a strap, then just take it off the left foot and switch it over to the right. On this side, I'm going to show without the strap for those of you that are a little deeper in the pose. So when you're ready, strap around the right ankle, tail of the strap to the front right corner. And then raising your left leg up, Open the hip, point the toes. Let the left hip stack on top of the right as you press your left armpit towards the back of the mat so the chest stays level. One more inhale. As you breathe out, left knee to left elbow. Slide that knee down behind your wrist. Open the foot in front of your right hip. Slide that right knee back and point the toes. So coming into pigeon. Okay, first step, as before, if your lower back or knees are sensitive, just stay up on your fingertips and focus here so you feel a stretch in the front of that right hip joint. If you feel a little more open, activate your legs, press your front shin, your back toes, and then lift up, interlock, and then work on your back bend. If you're working with your strap or into mermaid, walk that right knee a little bit longer, bend your knee a little twist to catch your foot. If you're just staying on the outside, you can just kick back, let your chest lift, or flip to the inside, inner arch, and kick back. Make sure the palm faces away from you. If you're taking that left hand up, forward, or fingertips or wrist, those of you with your strap, take the left hand as close as you can. Otherwise, you can allow the right hand to hold closer to the left wrist until your left fingertips catch your big toe. So if you have that shape, then allow the right hand to come out, holding onto the knee, or you can bring that hand up, hold for the wrist or closer towards that foot as you choose. Keeping a little bit of activation through your pelvis, back of the heart lifting, muscles along the spine engaged to support the bend in your back. 2 more breaths. Don't drop the right foot. Very slowly slide your hand down your strap or let go of the foot. Control your lower. Adjust your back knee, point toes. Adjust your left leg forward if you're bringing it forward. Otherwise, it stays exactly where it is. Okay, if you're bringing your foot forward and that's really powerful, you can always take a block underneath your left sitting bone and then not come quite as far forward. So the intensity will be more in the back of your hip if you choose. Find your shape, walk forward, support the head, forehead, or turn the head to the opposite side than before. We're slowing down our practice from here. Find a steady breath and breathe into those places where that sensation is strongest. So we stay a few more breaths just for a moment. Lift, look up, and then bringing your hands a little forward. Lift your rib cage without moving your hips. Just find that little extra space in your spine. Come back down. Last few breaths on this side. On your next breath in, very slowly lift head, chest, walk your hands in. Slide your left foot back in if you brought it forward. Hands down, tuck your back toes. Send that left leg up. Circle out the hip, shake out the leg a few times. Walk in place or tabletop, move the spine. If you have your strap over your right foot, just take it off and bring it to the side. And looking forward at the hands, either cross at your ankles and come through, sit down. Otherwise, jumping through, legs through and forward into your Dandasana, coming into your seated staff pose. For a moment, just keep the big toes together. Roll the thighs in towards the pubic bone, and then take the hands beside the hips or to prayer at your chest and just find a neutral spine. Close your eyes for 5 breaths. As you finish this exhale out, gently open your eyes. Bring your sitting bones just a little bit towards the back of your mat, wiggling them back. Reach your hands forward and then choose ankles, edges of feet. Slowly start to fold into your legs, releasing your spine fully. If your lower back still feels sensitive, just stay up a little taller for a few breaths. More neutral spine, elongating. And then as you're ready, just gently folding into the legs. My instructions will become less. Just bring yourself into your own internal space, just hearing your breath to bring your mind to a more relaxed state. And as you inhale, very slowly bring your spine back up, looking forward. As you exhale, release the pose fully. And then slide your feet, bottoms of the feet together. Keep the feet a little further away from your hips. And then taking the palms to face up, you can either slide your hands underneath your ankles, let the palms be free, or take your elbows outside your shins and let your spine round forward, really cascading, letting the head be heavy. Maybe the head reaches all the way to the arches of your feet. Again, letting go of my cues, my voice, and just staying in your own little cocoon, your own little bubble, starting to disengage your senses a bit more. Hear your breath. Heavier in the neck and the head. Relax your jaw, your tongue, and the skin of your face. And then very slowly, one vertebra at a time, stacking each one on top of the next. Head is the last to arrive. Take a moment, if you need, just with a neutral spine. And then when you're ready, close the knees. Bring the soles of the feet down to the floor. Make sure you have enough space to lie down. We're going to take a release for the spine. It's not quite shoulder stance, so you can observe before you lie yourself down if you need. So the movement is going to be in the pointing and rolling through the feet. So it comes from the push of the ball of the foot and then flexing the foot. So just observe one or two if you need. So as we lie down, we'll start just with the hips down and grabbing the big toes. And then we push the balls of the feet and we let the feet come up. And then we kick through the heels and we let the hips come back down. You can do this with bent knees, the same. So just a few of those. So rolling up. Now coming onto your spine if you're still seated. So it's a nice little massage for the back. You might even get little creaks, a few cracks. You can do this a few more times, or if you prefer, you can press through the balls of your feet, keep the arms above you, and just come into a version of plow pose where the arms are overhead and we keep hold of the big toes. 3 more breaths if you're rocking or if you're staying in that more static shape. As you exhale, wherever you are, slowly bring your hips back down to rest. Let go of the big toes, bend the knees, and slowly bring the knees towards the ceiling, keeping the knees bent and the soles of the feet flat to the floor. Bringing the right knee into your chest. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, number 4 shape. And then bring that left leg in with your strength. And then with your hands, right hand between the legs, grab the back of the left thigh. Figure 4. Janu Padasana. Breathe. Keep both of your feet flexed. Keep your lower back and your sacrum pressing into the earth. And try to self-adjust. So right elbow just very gently brings that right thigh forward, breathing in. Exhaling, hands pull that left thigh a little bit closer towards you. 3 more breaths in that same self-adjustment. Inhaling, right thigh open. Exhaling, left thigh closer. 2 more. As you exhale, keep the shape of your legs. Just bring that left foot down flat. And then heel toe your left foot so it touches the left edge of your mat. And then drop both of your knees to the right side into a twist, keeping both feet flexed. Hands can just rest on your belly, or you can open them out into a cactus shape. Closing your eyes. Allow the head to gently turn to the left only if it's comfortable. As you finish your breath out, gently release. Bring that left foot flat first. Heel toe it back into your center. And then squeeze that right knee in towards your chest. Just 1 breath. And then exhale, bring the right foot flat beside the left. Send that left leg up to the ceiling, open the toes 90 degrees. Cross that ankle over the right thigh. Bring that right thigh in. Hands grab the back of the right thigh. Make sure both of your feet are flexed. It's going to protect your knees here. Lower back, sacrum on the mat. Make sure your hips are not twisting side to side. That will help isolate the stretch a little deeper into the back of your left bum. Breathe into those spaces, breathing from the skin of where you feel the most sensation. And then taking that same little self-adjust, inhaling the left thigh gently away. Exhaling right thigh a little closer. 3 more breaths. Make sure the shoulders are down, back of the neck is long. Last inhale. Last exhale to your edge. Let go of the right foot, bring the foot flat. Heel to the right foot over to the right edge. Arms out to cactus, right angles, or to the belly as you drop the knees over to the left. Closing down your eyes. As you finish your breath out, bring the right foot flat, heel toe it back in line with the hip. Squeeze that left knee into the chest. This time bring the right knee up to meet it. Wrap your arms around, making yourself into a little tiny ball, squeezing everything in as small as you can. Curling toes in, squeezing the face in, crinkling the nose, the eyes. 1 more deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release down. So just gently place the right leg to the right edge, left leg to the left corner. Open the palms to face the sky, and then just a little lift of your heart. Wiggle your shoulder blades just slightly in. So there's a little lift across the heart space. Turn the head side to side, right and left. And then center the head right in the middle. The forehead parallel to the ceiling. allowing the body to settle easily in, to shift from any sense of effort or doing into the sense of easiness and being. So there's no work, there's no effort required as we stay here. There's only the sense of being, of existing, and of watching, becoming the ever-evolving witness to yourself, to the thoughts as they shift, to the body sensations as they arise. Let your awareness rotate wherever it falls without staying too long, without entertaining any thoughts or sensations that arise. Just letting them float away as freely as they enter. Just being, just witnessing. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtavardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.